later, but the damage had already been done from that. And you need to find some safe middle ground where people know that the vaccine is safe for you, but you don't. Oh, well, what do you mean? You're fine. You're vaccinated. What do you? Oh, it's your turn.
It's your segment.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Don't these Fox News viewers see? Don't they see the lies and distortions that are being fed to them? Judge Jeanine is literally vaccinated. She is literally enjoying the benefits of the vaccine that she then derides while performing her theatrics to the rubes who listen to her. Meaning that she's perfectly content to protect herself and probably her family and loved ones, but to the viewers who trust her opinion, well, let's scoff on air because who really gives a shit if those people live or die? And look, I know the COVID and vaccine stuff has been litigated to the ends of the earth, but just to give some top-line information, during the last surge in December of 2022, according to the CDC, rates of COVID hospitalizations were 16 times higher in unvaccinated adults than with fully vaccinated adults, and COVID hospitalizations were 49 times higher among the unvaccinated versus those with boosters. Those are hospitalizations. Now let's look at deaths. In November of 2022, unvaccinated adults had 15 times the risk of dying from COVID compared with fully vaccinated adults. And those same unvaccinated adults had 68 times the risk of dying compared with those with boosters. But maybe those numbers are still too difficult to understand. Fine, let's use visual aids. Here's hospitalizations in both New York City and Seattle from November 2022 to January among the vaccinated and unvaccinated. Notice a difference? How about deaths in New York City and Seattle among the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated? Notice a difference there? So the data is beyond clear. The vaccine is effective and it is saving the lives of virtually everyone who takes it. The problem comes with the fact that Republicans have decided to turn a public health issue into a culture war issue because when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Republicans only know how to operate from one setting, culture wars. From the war on Christmas to M&Ms to books to drag shows, they only know how to have these fights. It is the only place they feel comfortable. Not governing, not working for their constituents, but perpetuating stupid fucking battles over stuff that we shouldn't need to fight about. And while putting a picture of baby Jesus on a Starbucks cup really has no impact on people's lives, vilifying a life-saving vaccine does. But because everything needs to be a fight, Republicans, who availed themselves of the very vaccine they're whining about, are perfectly content to wage this fight too. Not because it doesn't work. Clearly it does, but because they need fodder for a cheap political win. They need to win the 24-hour news cycle. And if that means some viewers die at exponentially higher rates than viewers of another network, then that's obviously a price they're willing to pay. So look, nothing I say right now is going to convince anyone about anything as far as the vaccine goes. I think that ship has more than sailed. But the science is clear and the numbers are clear. Death rates and hospitalization rates are exponentially higher for those who didn't get vaccinated, and Judge Jeanine and her colleagues know that, which is why they got vaccinated, because they want to protect themselves while simultaneously being able to remain popular among the base who they've groomed to be defenseless. If you are looking for one more example of how the right embraces a political agenda that does not take into account in the slightest whether their supporters and their viewers and their constituents live or die, their stance on vaccines is exactly that. Because apparently, anything is worth a political win, even if they have to lose a few 100,000 supporters in the process. Before you go, I need some help. Please subscribe to this channel and do your part to help grow the progressive media ecosystem. I don't do sponsorships or paid ads, I won't ask for money, but just subscribing to this channel goes a really long way, and it helps get the message out to more people. The subscribe button is right here on the screen. You can also subscribe to my Spanish language channel, which I made to reach those crucial Spanish-speaking voters. That link is on the screen too. And finally, if you want to listen to my audio podcast, you can follow that link as well. Thanks so much for watching.